small one, right? Um, and being able to have that safe space to communicate where you don't feel intimidated or feel like you can't be driven and go after things. And I don't know how you were, Lisa. Maybe you can share. I'm curious, but like, did you feel this way as a mom too?
Um, like in what way? Feeling judged?
Just like trying to measure yourself up against other moms or, that whole thing.
Of course.
Yeah,
Kelly, who doesn't? Listen, who doesn't do that?
right.
But I will say this. You said something that made a lot of sense. So even though I said to you, successful, achieving, ambitious women, they don't tend to gravitate to each other. However, you said that, and you implied that there is tribes
Mhm.
of these women that do exist. So you even asking me that question, I found my tribe.
Yeah.
I found my tribe of women, of moms,
Hmm.
that resonated with who I was as a mother and as a woman. And I think that's something good to bring up, a good point to bring up, because I want women to know that there's a gazillion of us out here on
Yes.
the planet, okay?
Hmm.
Gazillion.
Hmm.
And there's always going to be room for you, for who you are
Yes.
in your circle and that circle that you create, you
Hmm.
know? So I asked you that question because I hate hearing women saying, I don't trust women. Like, let's
Hmm.
generalize this. And it's like,
Hmm.
okay, I'm not like that. Why are you generalizing me? you
Right.
know?
Right.
But I like
Exactly.
the fact that you said in what you do in your line of work, you're creating this safe space for
Hmm.
women who are going to resonate with each other and find their tribe and be like, oh, okay, I'm good. I can.
Well, and lift each other up, right? We
Mhm.
don't do enough of that as women. Like we always see men, especially in like organizations, like bringing each other up and growing in that space, and they're not afraid to share like that top space with one another. Where as women, we've been fed so much from society where we have this scarcity mentality, right?
Mhm.
Well, there's not enough to share, right? I just have to worry about myself because there's not enough to share, right? And if I don't, then I'm going to be at the bottom, right? And that's not true. If we look at the way that men support one another, if more of us would just lift each other up and bring each other into the rooms, right? Wherever, like friend circles or corporate world or businesses, we'd be kicking some serious ass.
Mhm. Yeah.
Right? And I see it in the groups that I run where they're like connecting and they're cheering each other on and they're connecting one another to other people in their own communities and checking in on each other, and there's so much power in that.
Yeah. There is. And it's like, can we all just get along? But with that being said, though, let me ask you this, okay? When we think about the uplifting everybody up, does that mean that I have to like everyone?
No.
Talk a little bit about that. And I say this because I actually had a situation where